Joining us now is Michael Lasser from UBS. Michael, you like these names overall, it seems, but I'm wondering about this trade-off between consolidation that might help some of the players that are still standing versus reductions in SNAP benefits and just the overall stretched consumer that could reduce their ability to pay for anything.
So, John, it's a good question. We think the environment for the dollar stores is more favorable than not, meaning the upside opportunities are greater than the risks. Specifically, over the next couple of days, as Dollar General and Dollar Tree reports, we expect two key factors will drive upside to the sales estimates, which will then translate to better earnings. That includes better execution as well as some trade down, for the very reason that you mentioned, that it is a challenging environment for the consumer and they need to stretch their dollar. And there really is no better retailer around than Dollar General and Dollar Tree outside of Walmart to help the consumer stretch their budgets. And we think we'll see signs of that this quarter.
How much control do they have over their costs?
They have a good amount of control. Dollar General, the abundance of what it sells is sourced domestically. Only a very small percentage is sourced from overseas. Dollar Tree, about 1/3 of what it sells is sourced from China, or at least it has been historically. There's a case where it's going to need to take some pricing in order to offset the tariffs that are in place on those goods. But with that being said, it's shown an ability to pass along increased costs in the past, and we expect it to do the same. It's still going to look relatively attractive on both on an absolute and relative basis. So the value proposition in the mind of the consumer should still be quite good, even with modest amount of pricing that Dollar Tree has to take in order to offset the tariff.
So is the way to think about this that even if you are talking about modest pricing at Dollar Tree, it's outsized impact on Shein and some of these other Chinese e-commerce players who basically bring inventory in to deliver almost as soon as the order comes, and the fact that they're getting hit harder, so that therefore makes some of the American retailers that are still at least somewhat dependent on China more attractive here?
I like the way you're thinking, Morgan. That's exactly right. The fact that the de minimis rule has now been changed, such that Temu, Shein have to pay duties on the goods they're bringing into the U.S., makes the dollar stores more compelling, where their price gaps with others are lower. And so we think that the consumer is now more willing to spend at Dollar Tree and Dollar General, and in lieu of going to some of those Chinese e-commerce websites, and that is going to help not only this quarter but in the forward quarters ahead.
Are we still overboxed as a nation? And I ask that knowing we've seen a number of bankruptcies in recent months. Yeah,
we are. We have way too many retail stores in the United States. There's almost 1 million retail stores. We expect over time that to go down below 900,000. What that will do is benefit the well-positioned larger retailers. We expect Dollar General and Dollar Tree to be in that beneficiary bucket, especially as retailers like the drugstores, the department stores, and others close locations. That will just put more volume in the hands of those that are either have their full store base that is ongoing or even opening more stores like some of these dollar stores.
I think of these players as neighborhood strip mall mainstays. Maybe that's wrong. Tell me, how exposed are they to being just in the wrong place physically?
So Dollar Tree is definitely more traditional retail, suburban strip center focused. Dollar General tends to have more of a lean towards rural locations. I would not say that the real estate of these companies is ill-fitting or ill-prepared for the current state of the environment. I think the opposite is true, that they stand to benefit from other store closures around them. So the real estate's in a good spot. There is some debate on how many more dollar stores we do need in this country, given how rapidly they have expanded over the years. But as there is more consolidation in the sector, that will create opportunity for these retailers to expand into those locations. And the overall number of stores can still go down, even as the dollar stores become a bigger portion of the retail sector.